Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be your new moon in Gemini reading, which takes place on May 22nd. And it will be until June 21st when we have the new moon in Cancer. So we're feeling this extra Gemini energy, which is analytical, curious, fact-finding, and sometimes a bit restless. So we need to steer clear of confusion and rely on a healthy balance of intuition and logic and reason to keep our heads above water. So without further ado, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, let's go ahead and jump into this reading and see what messages we get. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from May 22nd through June 21st. Ooh, that wants to come out. Prince of Cups. Ooh, commitment, love. Overall energy, excellent, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The Ace of Pentacles is a blessing, a new beginning, something that has the potential to be extremely successful, whether this is business, whether this is a relationship, whether this is your health routine. Okay, underneath there we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands in reverse is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. More specifically, the Two of Wands is Mars and Aries, and this is about, being at a crossroads. But showing up in the reverse, it's kind of like taking us back to that Ace of Wands, which is really focusing on your true passions, your true desires. And so for me as a reader here in your overall energy, we have these two aces, which is successful new beginnings, following, what makes you happy, remembering that you're on a path to happiness, and focusing on, your soul's journey. What is your calling? What is it that you feel totally drawn to do? Okay, so you guys are coming out as the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is where you are right now in your life. The Seven of Wands, when it's in the upright, is a card of tension, and it's about fighting for what, fighting for you to stay on top, because it comes after the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. And then it's about sustaining that victory. But what I'm getting here, Capricorn, with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's taking me back to the Six of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo. The Six of Wands is Jupiter and Leo. Some of you might have Leo in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Leo. But what's happening with the Seven of Wands in reverse is it wants you to focus on your victories. It also wants you to acknowledge all of the people and the situations that helped you get to this point in your life. It's also a reminder that, if you tend to shy away from the limelight, that it's important that, when people are applauding you, when you've done something well, it's okay to stand up and take a bow. That is not ego. That is not, that's not, shameless self-promotion when it's well-deserved, right? And I feel like some of my Capricorns out there, you might be having a little bit of difficulty with that. You might be struggling with recognizing your success, or you might be uncomfortable with receiving compliments or receiving, and believing that you have reaped, that you deserve this. And Spirit really wants you to know, Cappies, you guys have deserved this. This is a huge blessing. You can take this and run with it, but it is important that you sort of build in these rest periods, and there's a risk of exhaustion here if you don't stop and recognize how far you've come and how awesome you really are. All right, so I really like this energy, although I can feel the tension of my Capricorns, who, let's keep going. The war hasn't been won yet, but it's important to celebrate the victory of whatever small battle this was. Okay. What's blocking you from growing or what you need to leave behind? You have this Virgo energy of the Hermit. So for some of you guys, it's really important for you to really go within. This is telling me that it's time for you to maybe, acknowledge that there's this victory, and then there's maybe a need for isolation. Now, the Hermit goes into isolation mode for two reasons, and he goes up to the top of the mountain. One is for enlightenment, and to really get in touch with his inner self and shine his guiding light onto the situation, onto his life's events, onto his purpose, whatever it is that you're consulting this reading about. The second reason for that isolation is so that people can't get to him. And, and then if you're going to break your isolation, it has to be for somebody who's put in the work to, climb that mountain or to find you. Okay, so it's really important, this isolation mode, for you to really reflect on everywhere you've been and where you're going and what you need to do. Now, the Hermit is beautiful because we have this moon in the background, and we also have this beautiful guiding light of the star. And the Hermit, when he's traveling and when he's on his journeys, his lantern is enough to light up just his sort of small world, his surroundings. This is a higher calling, to ask, to be at the top of the mountain by moonlight, where everything is going to look different. But the moon here is really helping you to shed the light on the unseen and to really start to understand and, uncover the mysteries that you maybe weren't privy to before, that information. This sort of takes me back to that Scorpio full moon. It's that energy of uncovering secrets and like really digging deep, and doing maybe even some shadow work, and also deciphering the difference between hurt and pain and wounds and the shadow. Okay. The Hermit card is Virgo. This is the energy of Mercury, and I just wanted to let you know that Mercury, I believe, is out of bounds. So if some of you guys have been experiencing Mercury in retrograde like symptoms, or communication breakdowns, or not being able to speak properly, not getting your words out, things like that, it's really important to take your time, go over everything with a fine-tooth comb. um, and especially with the nodal axis shift into Gemini and Sagittarius, there's a lot of information coming at you. So again, Capricorn, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, it might be time for you to take some time for yourself here. Now, the intentions that you need to set, we have the Prince of Wands. I love this energy. The Prince of Wands is fire energy, and it's all about passion. It's about diplomacy. The Prince of Wands is extremely attractive. So physically, a lot of, if you're able to go in and sort of do this hermit work, and Spirit wants me to go back here to the Hermit with the idea that also the importance of teaching in your life. Either some of you are teachers, and it's important that you impart this knowledge onto others, and for others of you, this is when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and this teacher may not look the way you're expecting it to, or it might be somebody you want to write off immediately, and Spirit's asking you not to do that. Okay, because the Hermit always wears this cloak, and it's been very battered in all of his travels and all of his journeys, and that's sort of the price he's paid, walking around in tatters, not literally necessarily, and some of that damage can't be seen, but that's the price he's paid, weathering the storms, being out in the elements, for getting to the cosmic egg, that information, that esoteric information that the Hermit has learned and is privy to. So don't write off somebody just because of the way they look. They might have some very valuable lessons for you, Capricorn. That's what this message is. Sorry. So back to the Prince of Wands. This is that energy of, of really being passionate about what you're doing, really focusing on what it is that, what is that fire in your belly and where is it taking you? The Prince of Wands, again, he's a doer. Princes are all about moving forward. They're about action. There's one sort of caveat with the Prince of Wands, though, is to make sure that you do plan and make sure that you you know, that you do pay attention to all of the details and make sure you know exactly where you're going. Because once you're sort of that you're on this trajectory, Capricorn, it's gonna be it's gonna be no holds barred, and anything and everything that gets in your way, you know, you're like, I can, you know, I can bust down that door even if I don't know what, you know, what the symbols on that door say is behind that door, but really trusting yourself. This is a sense of like athleticism, and it's pride, it's charisma, it's like no fear. The wands is also their energy of ether, and so it's all about the spiritual journey as well. So it's like busting out, showing the world who you are, you know, and letting yourself shine and standing in that strength. And you know, and it makes sense because where you are right now, Spirit's really saying it's time for you to rise above. So you need to figure out, you know, whether why are you, what's holding you back from letting, you know, yourself shine, basically. The fourth card out is, what knowledge do I need to gain in order to cultivate my intentions? When I first pulled this card, the immediate message I got was, you know, everybody's world gets turned upside down. It's really it's about going with the flow. And I know that can be quite difficult for Capricorn out there, my Capricorns out there. So the world card in reverse is also telling me that, you know, you're so close. You're almost there. You're almost at this completion. You're almost getting at exactly what you want. This Ace of Pentacles, a fresh new start, longevity, success in all areas, or, you know, in love or in business, whatever, again, you're consulting this reading about. But this card here is telling me that you're almost there. Now, the World card represents all of the fixed symbols in the zodiac. So this is, you know, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. But the universe card is also a card of Saturn, which also rules Capricorn. So again, it's an interesting energy, and I'm getting that you might feel like things are turned upside down. Your card and this card are turned upside down. I know that's an uncomfortable way to be, but going within and really figuring out, listening, being able to listen to your own inner wisdom and the messages that you may be receiving is going to be really important to put you back on this path and to get you sort of excited about what it is you're doing these days again, or maybe it's a brand new path. The positive energy that comes as a result of this period is going to be the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles represents earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but more specifically, it is the Sun in Capricorn. So this is your energy. This is telling me that Capricorn, this results in your complete total alignment. For some of you, you might be receiving like a stimulus check or money that you didn't think that you were going to receive unexpectedly, maybe from a person, unexpected help or support in whatever this might be, whether it's in your relationship or at work or what have you. And this Four of Pentacles is this Capricorn energy telling me you are going to come out feeling completely aligned, even if you're feeling turned upside down at the beginning of this period. The Four of Pentacles is also, it's about stability, and that's what Capricorn wants. And so when you're feeling turned upside down, that your Spirit's saying, with this inner guidance and this wisdom, or maybe wisdom that somebody else imparts on you, it's going to lead to this aha moment that's going to really put you back on your path and make you feel excited about things again. And really, you're going to feel comfortable about where you're going and what you need to do. And the Four of Pentacles is like, yes, regaining that stability. Oftentimes this is a card of hoarding, and it's a card of, you know, you need to give, you need to release, you're holding on to something too tightly. But I'm really getting, Capricorn, that it's you feeling comfortable again in your own skin. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the Psychic Tarot for additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Yeah, power and strength. So again, more Leo energy. So for some of you, you're definitely dealing with a Leo. But others of you have Leo in your chart, and it's all about getting your mojo back, Capricorn. You know, really accepting how awesome you are, seeing how valuable you are to the people around you, and then, you know, your purpose here. walking around in this skin suit, right? And that, that you're necessary, that you're more than necessary. You're really awesome. This is also about taming the beasts within, finding that strength, to do some of the shadow work that I was picking up on that may have come up as a result of this, Scorpio full moon, doing that shadow work and just, blowing your own doors off by doing so. Intuition again, so you need a healthy balance between logic and reason and intuition, and the high priestess has come here today. 8 and 2 leads to a 10, which is the completion of a cycle, not only using brute force and strength and resolve and perseverance, but also adding intuition and the mysteries that you've uncovered at this time to really work your way through this cycle. And the high priestess is that moon energy, so we have the sun and the moon, we have the masculine and the feminine. So for some of you, this is about a relationship, a twin flame or a soulmate relationship, divine feminine, divine masculine coming together. For others of you, this is that balance that you're finding within. Okay, if you're able to go ahead and do this hermit work, to go within, maybe do a little bit of whether that's through yoga. I get some of you guys might be starting to investigate Kundalini and meditations and things like that. Reiki energy, massage, acupuncture, whatever it might be. Interesting. It's an interesting journey, and it's a beautiful journey, Capricorn, because Capricorn is really focused. You can be focused on that every day and the perseverance and reaching your goals and status symbols and structure, okay, and rules and regulations. And here you're coming into this balance, okay, whether this is through union with another or whether it's within. All right, and you get mental conflict. So you get the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And more so, or more specifically, it's Moon and Libra. So this is about balancing. This is the minor arcana version of the Justice card. So it's about, weighing the pros and cons, but again, finding that balance between the masculine and the feminine, finding that balance between logic and reason and your intuition. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful. And it is, and this is a card of pulling back, right? It really works in tandem with this Hermit energy, pulling back, going within, trying to find that internal balance before and before you know it, you'll be on that path and you'll be excited and moving forward in true Capricorn form, but with this Leo energy of being in the spotlight and I create, I can do this, that energy. But I feel like something here has thrown you off. And so there is a need to sort of retreat for a moment. It doesn't necessarily mean you literally have to retreat from people. It could be just taking, 10 minutes here and there, or taking, a spiritual bath or, what have you. Giving yourself that time to meditate, or if you find that through exercise or taking a walk in the woods. All right, and then you get number 6. You get that 6 is my card of Venus. It's the third eye chakra. Some of you guys are coming into, wow, at the bottom of the deck, awareness. Some of you guys are coming into a greater awareness of your power to manifest and change your reality at will. And, I think maybe learning that is, you need some time away, time by yourself to really step into that power, Capricorn. I love that third eye chakra. If you guys are doing energy work, the third eye next to, the High Priestess card, you guys, your intuition, you guys are going to be receiving the sight, intuition, downloads, whether this is through dreams or whether it's just through hunches or feelings. It could be just the hair standing up on the back of your neck at that right amount, at that right time, right? Where you're really going to be in touch with your psychic abilities and your psychic gifts. And that mental conflict, it might throw you off for a bit. Like really take you out of the mundane, take you out of the 3D, the focus on materialism, the everyday, the physical, food, exercise, work, sleep, and it's going to be pulling you into this new direction that's more 5D, the astral planes, the dream state. So it's pretty cool, Capricorn. What I was going to say also here is we're seeing the master number 22, and this is always really important. So we have mental conflict and the high priestess coming out, and 22 is considered the most powerful master number. And it has to do with building your legacy, spiritual ideals, and selfless service. It's the number of the master builder and correlates with peace and harmony. People who are born under this number, so if this ends up being your life path number, for some of you, idealist leaders and builders with enormous capacity for manifestation in the practical realms. So there's absolutely no mistake that the magician card came out, because he is all about manifestation. He's also all about magic, and the importance of believing in the magic is what makes it real, and then having all of the tools in front of him. Some of you might be working with law of attraction as well, but having all the tools that are necessary in order to create what it is he wants, and also being able to shift his focus at will, which will be changing your own reality. So, this is when, if you see a lot of the number 222 or 2222 during this period, think of it as guidance for building your dreams and manifesting your highest ideals. But that's going to come through standing in an energy of love, okay, and through selfless service. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, this is an awesome reading, Capricorn. I'm going to go ahead and pull, I think these are power angels. I think that's what this deck is called. Let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. All right, we get rejuvenation. Yes, excellent. Coming out right here with the Hermit card. I'm just going to move these over, you guys. Rejuvenation, take time to rest and recharge your batteries. Yeah, definitely picking up on that strong, especially with that Seven of Wands in reverse. A little bit of exhaustion. Take time to celebrate your small successes. All right, and then you get patience. No matter what the situation or delay is, your desire will come when it is meant to. Yeah, so divine timing is at work here. Again, remember you have this Ace of Pentacles. This is a huge blessing. So be patient. Don't try to force it. Again, some of you might be working with law of attraction. Just keep doing what you're doing. Spirit's saying you're on the right path. Okay. Additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You get inner worlds. Your external world is the reflection of your internal world. Yes. And that's why Spirit's saying it's time to go within. It's time to do some cleanup, especially if you're feeling really exhausted. That means, you need to balance and align. Take that time for yourself, Capricorn. Okay, and surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Again, that's one of the most basic principles of law of attraction is letting go. Giving universe time and space to deliver what it is you want, what it is you need, and for your highest good. And again, just keep doing what you're doing, but don't try to control the outcome, because that might be delaying this Ace of Pentacles coming in for you. Okay. And let's go ahead and pull one final message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Oh, Sanat Kumara. Wow. He's a personal favorite of mine. Light activation. Shine your light. Is that not what I was saying at the very beginning of this reading? Let your light shine. You have to also step into how awesome you are, Capricorn. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Yes, with the intuition, with the Hermit card. This is an awesome reading, Capricorn. Beautiful things in store for you for this new moon period. Make sure that you set your intentions. Make sure that you're smudging and cleansing your tools. And I just want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.